The Maine Maritime Academy student who was a passenger in the 2022 crash that killed 4 students in Castine pleaded guilty to a felony count in court today. According to the Ellsworth, American prosecutors say 22-year-old Noel Tavares purchased the first 5 rounds of alcoholic drinks the night of the crash. Tavares pleaded guilty to furnishing liquor to a minor. Sentencing has been deferred 2 years as part of a deferred sentencing plea agreement. The agreement forbids drug and alcohol use, among other requirements. If she complies with felony charge, will be reduced to misdemeanor, and she will pay a $500 fine. The driver of the crash, Joshua Goncalves Rating, was ordered to serve 3 years in prison.